everybody? Welcome back to the Oak Tree Football Channel, and welcome to another 2020 college football schedule breakdown and record prediction. I've almost completed all the SEC teams. This is the last second to last SEC team. Tomorrow will be Vanderbilt, but today I'm going to be doing the Arkansas Razorbacks. The Razorbacks were not very good last year. They were, in fact, the worst team in the SEC. But I do think they got better this offseason. Not that much better, but this offseason they got quarterback Felipe Franks from Florida. I don't think he's anything special, but I definitely think he's better than what they had before, and I think he will help them out. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. Wide receiver is a bit of a problem, but they have one of the better running backs in the SEC, which is Rakeem Boyd. He had over 1,000 rush yards last year. He should have another really good year this season. He's just a very good running back, and even though they'll probably use the passing attack a bit more, that will probably be he's really the one piece on their offense they can really rely on. I think they can rely a bit more on Felipe Franks this year, but Rakeem Boyd is just who they're going to rely on this season. They are losing some talent, and it probably will not be a great year again for them, but I do think it will be better than last year where they finished 2-10. But let's get into this prediction. That, like I just said, they went 2-10 last year, and the recruiting class wasn't terrible. It was ranked 30 in the country. They started off with an out-of-conference game against Nevada, and this is one of the few games this season I think Arkansas can actually win. I don't think Nevada is terrible, but I definitely think this is a game that Arkansas can win. I think Felipe Franks will probably struggle in this game because it's his first game with the team. But like I just said, this is one of the few games I could actually see Arkansas winning this season. It is an out-of-conference game. I think Nevada's an okay team, but obviously I don't think they're on the SEC talent level. It's a home game for Arkansas. I think this could be a very good win for Arkansas early in the season. I think that could really help them out later in the year, as the season goes on, to get an early win. I think that would be very important for them, and I really do think they could get a win in this one. I definitely think they have the talent to. I think it's going to be a big game for Rakeem Boyd. I think he'll get a lot of carries here. So I am going to pick Arkansas in this one. I do think it could be a loss, but I think that this will be a good win for Arkansas early in the year, really to get the momentum going to advance later in the season. But week 2 is going to be a very tough one, and honestly, I didn't really see them winning. They're playing at Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a good team. Some people think they are a bit overrated, and maybe they are a bit overrated. It hurts that they're not in a conference, but Notre Dame is still definitely a top 25 team, maybe even a top 10 team, and they're going to be good this season most likely. And this is a road game for Arkansas. Even if this was a home game for Arkansas, they probably wouldn't win. And it being on the road, I just don't see them winning this one. I just think that Notre Dame is way too good for them. It's a road game. I just don't see it happening. I'm definitely picking Notre Dame in this one. Week 3, they have Mississippi State. Mississippi State's a very interesting team this season because they had a very good offseason, getting KJ Costello and Mike Leach to be their new quarterback and head coach. So I do think it will be a step up this year for Mississippi State. I think if we're going to see them struggle, it will probably be early in the season. So I think there's a good opportunity for Arkansas in this game. But Arkansas will probably also struggle early in the season. That's the thing. So I think there's an opportunity for them to win this one, but I definitely think it's going to be tough. Mississippi State's a very interesting team. They should be good this year, though. This is a home game for Arkansas, which is going to help their chances. But I don't really feel like the home field advantage will be enough. So I'm going to pick Mississippi State in this one. I think it's possible. Arkansas wins that game, but I definitely think it's a lot more likely that Mississippi State will win. So I'm going to go with Mississippi State right now. Week 4, they have a neutral site game in Arlington, Texas, where they play Texas A&M. Texas A&M, obviously, this is a neutral site game, but obviously Texas A&M plays in Texas. This game was actually very close last year, a lot closer than it should have been. But I don't think it'll be as close this year. I think Texas A&M should be able to play pretty well because I think Texas A&M is getting better this year. I really like what's going on in Texas A&M. I think Kellen Mond can be one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC just because he has experience. He has more experience than I believe every quarterback in the SEC, or at least most of them. So they should definitely be good this year, in my opinion. Texas A&M, they just have a lot of talent on that team, and it's not a home game for Arkansas, but it's not an away game, but it's not a home game either. But still, I just don't see them winning, honestly. I think Texas A&M's too good. I'm going to take Texas A&M. Week 5, they have a very likely game that they can actually win against Charleston Southern. Charleston Southern isn't that good. This is a home game for Arkansas. I would say this is their most likely win of the season. I don't think they're going to go 0-12. If they're going to win a game, I'm pretty sure it will be against Charleston Southern. So I'm going to give them the win in this one. I do think they will be able to get the win. Week 6, they play Alabama, and I just don't see them winning this one either. Alabama is a very, 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 very good football team. Fantastic team, one of the most talented teams in college football. They have so much talent. Quarterback's an interesting spot. I do think they still have good quarterbacks. Mac Jones is a bit interesting. He might not even start. It might be Bryce Young. But Bama definitely will be a good team. Najee Harris is a great running back. They have some great wide receivers as well with Devonta Smith and Jalen Waddle. Really good players on defense as well. I just don't see Arkansas winning this game. It's a home game for Arkansas, but I just don't see it happening. I'm 100% going to go with Bama in this one. I just don't see Arkansas winning. Week 7, this is going to be another tough one. They're playing defending champion LSU Tigers. Now LSU will get worse this season. I do think so. I think they're losing talent. I don't think they're as good as they were last season. But LSU is still going to be a good team this year. I don't think there's any denying that. And most likely they will win double-digit games. At least that's what I think right now. They definitely have the talent to do that, I think. And, I mean, quarterback's a bit of a question mark for LSU with Miles Brennan, but a lot of the other positions are pretty well figured out. They have some very good coaching staff. Even though they are definitely losing some important coaches, they are getting some good ones back as well. So LSU probably won't have another 15-0 national championship season, but it will probably be a good year for LSU. With Derek Stingley, in my opinion, the best cornerback in college football, Jamar Chase, in my opinion, the best wide receiver. They just have so much talent, and I just don't see Arkansas winning. Then they have their bye week, and in week 9, they play Tennessee. I think it's possible they win this game. I think that is a very, very low chance they win. But Tennessee was not good last year. At the start of the season. Towards the end of the year, they were great. But if we see them play, if they just don't play like they did at the end of the season and just randomly start playing like they did at the start of last year again, maybe Arkansas can get a win in this game because it is a home game for Arkansas. They're coming off a bye week. That being said, that they probably won't win, honestly. Even if Tennessee's not going to be great, they're probably not going to be terrible. Probably not going to be as bad as Arkansas will be, in my opinion. And even though I think Arkansas will improve, I just don't think they'll be as good as Tennessee. This is one of their bigger games I could see them upsetting, but I just think it's very unlikely that happens because I do think Tennessee will be a good team this year. That's only if Tennessee is very bad. So I think this should be a pretty easy win for Tennessee, even though it's a road game for them. I just don't see Arkansas winning. Week 10, I just don't see them winning this one either. On the road at Auburn. In my opinion, Auburn can be a very good team this year. I think they could make it to the SEC championship. I think it's really going to be between them, Alabama, and LSU. Maybe Texas A&M can get in the conversation, but Auburn's a very good team in my opinion. I think Bo Nix will take a step up. Jatarvius Whitlow is a good running back. They definitely have a lot of talent, and this is a road game for Arkansas. I just don't see them winning. I mean, even if this was a home game for Arkansas, I just wouldn't see them winning either. I really do not see Arkansas being that great in conference this year, especially because most of their in-conference games will be against good teams. There's a few teams in the SEC I think will be ranked this year, and they play most of those teams on their schedule, which is just unfortunate for them. If they had some easier in-conference games, they could have a better record, but they just have a tough in-conference schedule. Their out-of-conference schedule isn't too tough, but they have to play Notre Dame out of conference, so it's just going to be tough for them to be good. Week 11, they play Ole Miss. They could win this one, but I expect Ole Miss to be pretty good this year. If Ole Miss isn't as good as I think they will be, Arkansas could win. This is a home game for them, but I expect Ole Miss to be a pretty good team this year. I think Ole Miss can make a bowl game. So unless Ole Miss isn't that great this year, I think Ole Miss should get the win. I think it's possible. Arkansas could win this one, but I'm definitely still going to go with Ole Miss to win this one, even though it is a home game for Arkansas. So it's at home. Maybe they can sneak it, but I think it's a lot more likely Ole Miss wins. And then Week 12, they have their final out-of-conference game of the year where they play ULM, and I think they could win this one. It's a home game. ULM isn't terrible, but they're not great either, and I think Arkansas can win this one. I do think that Arkansas definitely has the talent to beat ULM. It's a home game for them. So I think I'm going to go with Arkansas for this one. I mean, it could be ULM, but I think I'm going to go with Arkansas because they have the home field advantage, and they'll probably have more pieces figured out at this point in the year, like Felipe Franks, and then they end the season off with a road game against Missouri. I don't think Missouri will be great this year. I think they are on the lower half of SEC teams, but this is a road game for Arkansas. I think Missouri's better than Arkansas, so I'm going to go with Missouri. So now, as I always do, I'll go through each game once again, and I'll give my prediction for I think we'll win. I think they will beat Nevada in week 1, but I think they'll lose to Notre Dame. I think it's possible they beat Mississippi State, but I'm going to give them a loss. I think they'll lose to Texas A&M. I think they will beat Charleston Southern, but I think they'll lose Alabama. I think they'll lose against Tennessee. I think they'll lose against LSU. Sorry. I think they'll lose against Tennessee. I think they'll lose against Auburn. I think they will lose to Ole Miss. I think it's possible they win there, but I think they'll lose to or win against ULM, and then I think they'll lose to Missouri to have a record of 3-9 on the year. I just don't see it being a good year for Arkansas. Best case is probably 5-7. The two other wins coming at Mississippi State and Ole Miss. They most likely will not win those games, but if they're gonna win 5 games, it's the 3 games that I have already have them losing, and then those 2. Those are really the only games I could actually see them winning this year. It's just a pretty tough schedule. Like I said, it's a tough in-conference schedule. Well, they have to play LSU, they have to play Alabama, they have to play Auburn, they have to play Texas A&M, they have to play Tennessee. Those are all teams I expect to be ranked this year. That's 5 losses right there. They have to play Notre Dame, I expect to be ranked this year as well. That's 6 losses. That's 6 games already. Those are losses. And then they have to play Missouri on the road. I don't see them winning that one. And then the 5 games, I think they'll probably lose to Ole Miss and Mississippi State. So I don't have them winning a single game in their conference. Their 3 wins are all out of the conference. I just don't see it being a great year for Arkansas. I think they have some good talent, but it's just not enough in the SEC, which is why I'm predicting them to go 3-9 this year. So these are my thoughts for the Arkansas Razorbacks this year. What are your guys' thoughts? Tell me in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you are new around here, feel free to subscribe for more daily NFL and college football content. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.